What's going on, everybody? Mr. Crawlings here on the Nature's Jewel channel. Hope you like my suspenders. They're new. A late Christmas present from the missus and the kids. I'm super, I don't know, what do you think? I'm going to sport these things. This is, that's a work utility knife type thing. But this is the big reveal. Alright, I don't know if you all been guessing, but trying to figure out what kind of carnivorous plants we're going to put in this tank. But as you can see, it's filling out really, really nice. Let me give you a closer look at what we're talking about here. So, as you can see, I still got this residue, and that's from using, we got really hard water here, and that's just from evaporation and splashing from the pumps. But I plan on scraping this off with probably like a razor blade or something. But if you look right there, I know I said I wasn't going to do Venus flytraps, but the company that I went through, actually, he sent a bunch extra. So I went ahead and put 2 in there just to see how they do. They're really having a hard time, but I have to have Venus flytraps in this terrarium now. I just think they are super cool. So I might have to do some changing around. But we have the sun dewdrop, which is also a carnivorous plant. It's really neat. They create these sticky dews on the tips of their hair. I don't know if you guys can really see the little red along the end there. But the one that's still in the pot is actually going to my brother-in-law. I'm going to be giving him a really cool little ecosphere with just carnivorous plants and creating that. You're probably seeing some of that red blinking on the light. Hopefully not. Let me see if I can cover that up. There we go. You're going to get some reflection. I wanted to get the lights on as bright as possible in here. But that's our carnivorous dew plant. We have these pitcher plants. We're going to be getting some terrestrial, not the arboreal, pitcher plants. But those take forever. My gosh, I got seeds of some really rare ones from the New Guinea, Australia area, because this is a New Guinea style tank, hence the Australian fern, which is kind of endemic to those areas, parts of them. So this is kind of supposed to be all Australian style tank, but obviously we got a little sidetracked here. But it's coming out really good. Really happy. That's starting to actually droop over like I was talking about. The Jew, the purple wandering Jew is growing really good. I got new shoots over here behind this bromeliad. I believe it's a bromeliad. I know that is. That's starting to bounce back a little bit. They're really slow growing, so you have to be patient with them. But yeah, I think, oh, and then remember I was talking about the new leaves, new pitchers. There's one. We got another here. And we got another on this side of the leaf over there. I'm not sure if I'm getting that in frame or not. I'm using the GoPro just to try to get that 1080 quality picture. Down here we got some algae growth, but you could see my baby guppies are getting really big. And the snails are, I don't know what's going on with the snails. They're not doing their job. They're supposed to be cleaning this. No. Alright, so the grass plant, starts with an R. Rosea, I believe that's what it's called. And that's what's growing up there, and that's starting to take over really good. I cranked up the pump. Got a lot of flow going on now. It's actually doing really, really good. It's all keeping up. I actually got to top this up. Got to do a water change. Vacuum out the substrate. What happened to the pea puffer? He's no longer in here. He would be munching on all these guys. That wouldn't be good. I'm not entirely happy. He'd also, when they get aggressive or bored or something because they need to be stimulated, they might nip at the plants and actually, with their little beaks, they might cut little pieces off. Leaves I see floating around. Those are just floating around just because of me messing in the tank. The Anubias, I think it's just a regular Anubias. I don't think it's a dwarf. But I got a because it's such a slow growing plant. I got to go in there and I got to clean that with my hands. So this is actually kind of a very labor intensive tank, but it's so worth it because I think it's really turning out great. What else? Oh yeah, so the pea puffer, he's down here. It's just a species only tank. It's only him. He's got his own little spot. And then over here I have my female guppies that had all these babies. And if you look really closely, I'm not sure if it's going to come in the picture or not, but they got their gravid spots again. They have been away from all or any other male the entire time. So, sorry about that. So, they, and you can see my DVD tower, and this is my distilled water sprayer, and I got some extra plants laying around. But here's my circulation fan that kicks on once a day, and kind of, I have it pointing up, so what it does is sucks fresh air in and pulls it out, and kind of dries out the tank for a little bit, but, oh, man, it's crazy, crazy. But I'm super happy with how it's all turning out, and I have to have those fly traps in there, and because they're so sensitive, I might need to get a some sort of cup with the pots that I molded into the 3D background to hold distilled water, because they don't do very well with regular tap water. They actually prefer the distilled water and just sphagnum moss, and then that is it. They like the high humidity, they like the lower light, that if I'm placing them mid-tank or lower, they like that low light loving intensity, I guess I would say. So I think they'll do really well, but I have to have them in the tank, and I think they're going to go into the backscape. So I'll have my carnivorous plants mostly on this side, and my other plants for the regular, I guess, terrascape on this side, and then aquascape is coming together slowly but surely. The Rotalia is growing. I think it's I'm not sure, but it's pink and red underneath. It's a gorgeous plant. It's struggling, but it's doing okay. It's getting some algae coverage over it, but man, I could talk about this tank forever, and I'm really not trying to stretch out the video that long, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little update, the big update, the reveal of the carnivorous plants in the 60-gallon vivarium. And like I said, I put them in there about a week or two ago, and they're not responding as well as I would want them to, so I have to find a way to do that, and that'll be coming up in an upcoming video. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch that, enjoy that, and see what I'm going to do. You kind of heard a little bit of what my idea is, and we'll find out if it works. But until next time, this is Mr. Crawling signing out on Nature's Jewels channel. Hope you enjoyed. Later.